I think what has been striking in the last few years is Chinese resilience to quite some economic cycles. China was quite exempt from the inflation movement that we've seen elsewhere in the world, driven by energy prices. So I think what characterizes China is strong resilience. But resilience is not enough because the society is used to growth, not resilience. And I think going forward in these two sessions, what we expect is indeed establishing policies that find a new balance between resilience and growth. So I've been able to witness the transformation, the massive transformation of the country in the last 40 years. So what we have seen is really a country continuously modernizing and also joining the international trade scene, particularly, of course, in the last 25 years since China joined WTO. And then it after a first wave of modernization, after a first wave of developing domestic infrastructure that enabled China to become the manufacturing powerhouse of the world and to be able to export its production of primary production, also, let's say, low added value goods to start with, and gradually continuing its modernization to become what China is today, which is a global innovation powerhouse with leadership in many sectors. I think what is at stake in the next 5 to 10 years is creating even more added value. So through innovation will generate productivity will generate more added value. So products that are more sophisticated, that have higher margins. And thanks to these higher margins, shareholders will obviously benefit, but also employees in the whole economy will benefit through higher salaries or dividends, and therefore they will reap the benefit of this industrial modernization, and that will fuel consumption. And that's how the new engine is developing to start a new cycle for the Chinese economy. And the new quality productive forces, for me, high innovation-driven productivity is at the core of the transformation. The second driver of these new quality productive forces, decarbonizing the economy. China is such an export country. If it cannot quickly reach the objectives that have been set by President Xi to peak the carbon emission and then to go carbon neutral by 2060, then the potential for export will go slimmer and slimmer, will go smaller and smaller. I'm quite optimistic for this year because I think that we see now quite some leadership in different industries. So what I'm expecting of the two sessions is creating the conditions for that transformation of the Chinese economies that is needed around continuing to modernize